Yo, what is good, YouTube? It is your boy Make America Lit, back with another NBA 2K24 video. And in today's video, I have another episode of NBA player builds for you guys. As you can see on your screen, in today's episode, we are going to be creating one of the greatest shooters, or if not the greatest shooter of all time, and that is Stephen Curry. Now, I'm showing on the screen here, I do have two builds. I have like an actual Steph Curry build, which is going to be very similar to his play style. You'll be able to get all his signature animations. And then I have a Steph Curry-like build, which is slightly better build in my opinion, but it's similar to Steph Curry. You'll still be able to do the things that Steph Curry does. So that being said, let's jump into this build. Now, obviously, Steph Curry is 6'2", 185 with a 6'4" wingspan. He has a 97 layup, 36 driving dunk, 97 close shot, 90 mid-range with a 99 3-ball and a 93 free throw. He has a 93 pass accuracy with a 97 ball handle, 84 speed with ball, 30 interior defense, 75 perimeter defense, 57 defensive rebound, 51 block, 38 steal, 32 offensive rebound with an 84 speed and acceleration, a 48 strength, a 73 vertical, and a 98 stamina. And then as far as for Hall of Fame badges, he does have Hall of Fame Agent 3, Deadeye, Limitless Range, and Spot Finder, which means that all of his other badges are gold, which means you will actually be a better shooter than Steph Curry with these builds, because you're going to have access to all of these other badges Hall of Fame, Blinders Hall of Fame, Catch and Shoot Hall of Fame, Guard Up Hall of Fame. All of these badges will be Hall of Fame, not just Agent 3, Deadeye, and Limitless Range. So technically speaking, you will be better than Steph Curry, And we will also make sure that we have that threshold to reach his dribble style, which you just need a 92 ball handle and to be under 6'5". So our actual first build will get all of Steph Curry's signature animations, including his pass, SIGs or whatever, his passing animations as well too. The other build, not so much, but again, it's still going to play like it. So let's just jump into the build. So this is our first build. Obviously 6'2", just like Steph, 185, but we did have to go 6'3" on the wingspan. We couldn't go 6'4" because we wouldn't get a 99 3-ball, and we definitely want to make sure we have a 99 3-ball. You can't be Steph Curry without a 99 3-ball, obviously. So that's our physical makeup, and then these are what I went with for the attributes. We do have an 86 layup just so that we can get that Steph Curry layup package. Now, obviously, you have to be starter 3, which I am starter 3, so I have access to, those hidden animations. If you're starter 3, you need an 86 layup or better, I believe, to get Steph Curry's layup package. So you want to shoot for that 86 driving layup. Even if you aren't anywhere close to starter 3 yet, you might get to starter 3 later on down the road. You don't want to make a build with an 85 or 80 layup, and then you're like, oh, I want to use Steph Curry's layup. Now you got to make a whole new build. So do keep that in mind when making, your future builds, that, you might have some animations that you want from starter 3, like Sabonis layup package is, I think, a 78. You don't want to make your big man and not have at least a 78 layup if you want to use Sabonis layup package. So do keep that in mind. That's why we went with the 86 layup. Obviously the shooting, 99 3-ball maxed out. He does have a 93 free throws, but I just threw 97 because I had extra points left over. Mid-range is by default an 84. I believe he has a 90 mid-range, but it doesn't even matter. 90, 84 is going to be the same. You're still not going to have Hall of Fame Midi Magician because you need a 92 mid-range for Hall of Fame Midi Magician. So I just left the mid-range at default. I don't think there's going to be that much of a difference between an 84 and a 90 mid-range, in my opinion. I'm able to shoot with the 77, 72, so 84, 90, it's all the same thing. Moving on to the playmaking, you can drop this down some, but Steph Curry is a good passer, especially when he gets double teamed as much as he does. You have to be, gifted passer to be able to pass that ball and, send the ball to the right man and not turn it over. So that's why I went with the 87, because, people don't realize that bailout helps not just from passing out of a shot or a layup or a dunk, but bailout also triggers when you get double teamed and you pass out of a double. It doesn't say that in the description anymore, but you will still see bailout trigger when you get a double team animation and you hurry up and pass it. You won't throw bad errant passes anymore. So that's why I went with the 87 minimum. Technically, you could get by with an 80 if you just want his passing style, but I went with an 87 because I do want that bailout. I do want that silver needle threader. If I was going to go lower on this, I would say go 84 so you keep silver needle threader. But you don't want to go below that just because it's a lot harder. I mean, I make do with the 77 on certain builds, but you still want to be able to pass that ball and not worry about getting turnovers left and right. 92 ball handle, obviously, just what I rock on all my guard builds, and you're gonna need that for that gold unpluckable, so you're not getting ripped left and right. And also, you're going to need that 92 ball handle to get Steph Curry's dribble sigs. With the 92 ball handle and being under 6'5", you have access to all of his dribble sigs, except for the Curry slide. I believe the Curry slide isn't in the game yet. Even at start of 3, Curry slide isn't in the game, so I'm assuming that they're going to have a season where they add that in. So no Curry slide currently, at least that I'm aware of. But 83 speed with ball, which is 1 point short of his 84. I mean, the only thing that this build really lacks is the perimeter defense, and I guess technically speaking, you could drop the defensive rebound down and put this somewhere else, like standing dunk or post control or anything like that. I just max it out just because he has like a 53, 57 or something like that defensive rebound. The perimeter defense is the only place where this build really lacks. And with the high speed, you can kind of make up for the perimeter defense. As long as you have a high, mid to high speed, you'll be able to stay in front of your man, because that's where lateral quickness comes in at. I'm not a fan of the speed and acceleration. I'm not a fan of not having gold speed booster and gold blow by, but you can make do with silver. I have builds with silver, and I have a build with bronze, and I still am able to beat my man to the basket, no problem. But I would have liked gold because it just makes you that much harder to guard. But this build, you're going to be playing on ball just as much as on ball as you will off ball. So speed boost and blow by won't matter as much. I have a build similar to this. And I mostly play the 2 guard position. I don't play the 1. And I'm able to get, buckets no problem. I'm averaging like 27 or 28 with this build, or not this specific build, but the next build I'm going to show you. I have a build similar to that, and I average around 28 on that build this season so far. So it's kind of nice just been cooking up and being able to pull from wherever you want. The physicals is not much to write home about. It's just enough for you to get open and get to the rim if you need to get to the rim or to the basket. But outside of that, this build is going to do what it needs to do, which is facilitate the ball and just shoot lights out. I mean, you see the badges, all Hall of Fame shooting badges except for Spot Finder, obviously because of our acceleration. But outside of that, all shooting badges will be Hall of Fame except for Midi Magician. Midi Magician and Spot Finder are the only badges as far as shooting wise goes, that isn't Hall of Fame. And then when you go to your 3 ball, all of your badges are Hall of Fame. Now, obviously, when we create this build, we'll get I think a playmaking 3-level threat or something like that. Playmaking something, but you see these shades of, we got Trae Young, we got Mark Price, but of course we have, Steph Curry. So we have a playmaking 3-level threat, and we have Steph Curry as our shades of. Now, this next build I'm going to show you is not going to have these shades of, but it's going to be able to do similar things. So off rip, you notice the height. We are 6'5". We are not 6'2". 6'5" is the minimum height that you can go, or the maximum height, I should say, that you can go and still get a 99 3 ball. You can't go any taller than 6'5". Obviously, you could go shorter, 6'4", 6'3", 6'2", whatever, but 6'5" is as tall as you can be and still get a 99 3 ball. And get badges. Now, obviously, you can put a sleeve on or something like that and get like a 98 and then put a sleeve on and have a 99 3, but you won't have Hall of Fame limitless range and all of those badges that you get at 98 and 99 3 ball. So this is what I mean by like a legit 99 3. 6'5", 200 pounds. The weight obviously don't matter. And then the wingspan, you got to bring your wingspan down 1 to get that 99. You can't go higher on the wingspan. You have to go 6'5". And then, of course, these are what our attributes are looking like. We have an 80 driving layup, which I said is like, the minimum, you need just to cut up. And I mean, really, you could get by with the 75, but that 80 is going to give you Hall of Fame Pro Touch, which goes a long way when it comes to those layups, those euros, those hop steps, those spins, those floaters. Hall of Fame Pro Touch just goes so crazy, especially this year with layups being good as they are. So 80 driving layup. You see we got that 84 midi. Is that 99 3. Then we also have a 99 free throw, which means that you will pretty much be shooting all free throws for your team as far as technical free throws goes, transition take fouls, defensive threes, all of that good stuff. You're going to be shooting a free throw. You really should never miss a free throw with a 99 free throw. Now, I've seen people miss, but if you have a good free throw animation, wink, wink, Kobe Bryant, you really shouldn't worry about missing. Now, the pass accuracy, ain't that great. I do have a 70 pass accuracy on my build as well too that I made. But it's enough to get the job done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you ain't gonna have needle threader, but I'm not really gonna be running point on this build. I'm more so a shooting guard. And with these playmaking attributes, I almost never get put at point guard unless I'm the only point guard in the rec lobby. Usually I'm playing the 2. Before I upgraded my passing, I was playing the 3 like every game with like a 46 pass accuracy. I finally upgraded my pass accuracy to a 70. So now I'm always at the 2 guard position, which is where I prefer to play because I like playing off ball. The only thing that sucks is that you're almost always going to be getting matched up with a lockdown. Every game I play, I'm matched with a 6'8" like lock or a 6'7" lock, but it doesn't really matter because I'm usually faster and I'm able to, move off the ball to get open, running behind screens and stuff like that, off ball screens and shit to get open, So, yeah, that's fine. 92 ball handles, speed with ball. We already explained all of that. The one thing that this build does have, though, that's the difference between that other Steph Curry build, is that you see that this build has some perimeter defense. Now, it doesn't have the best perimeter defense, but that 71 perimeter defense in conjunction with an 86 speed is more than enough to stay in front of your man. Really, all you need is the 86 speed, which is why you see a lot of these guard builds with like 50 perimeter defense, but they got like a 90 speed. They're able to stay with you is because the speed, the lateral quickness, they're still able to stay in front of their man. But I digress. 71 perimeter defense. Now, you could drop it down to 70. You can even go down to like 68, I think, which is where you get ankle braces. Where do you get ankle braces? 63, 64. Okay, you can play around with this. But I went 71 because 71, not only am I going to get ankle braces so I don't have to worry about getting like stunned constantly, but I'm also going to have bronze challenger, which is going to go a long way with, paired with your height as well, being 6'5", you're going to be able to get some, better contest on guys versus 6'2" with a 57 perimeter defense. So this build isn't as much of a liability on defense as that other Steph Curry build. That other Steph Curry build, yeah, you're going to be able to stay with your man, but dudes are going to really be able to shoot over you at 6'2". Whereas this build, you're going to be 6'5" with a 71 perimeter, bronze challenger. Dudes aren't going to just be able to shoot over you constantly. And you're going to have a little off-ball pest to guard people, doing those backdoor cuts and stuff. You're going to be able to grab people, grab them up. And they're not going to just be backdooring you every single time on a backdoor cut. This build is just a little bit better, in my opinion. Like, yeah, there are ways that you can tweak this build some. On my build, I don't have a driving layup, 80 driving layup. On my build, I have a 72 driving layup. And then those points that I took off driving layup is actually into my perimeter defense. So I have like a 76 perimeter defense. So my defense is a little bit better. I have like fast feet, I have pick dodger, I have workhorse, I have all of these badges and bronze clamps because I do put, I don't have clamps, but I have fast feet, pick dodger, workhorse, all of those badges, challenger, and ankle braces because I went with like a 76 perimeter defense versus no defense at all or versus a 80 layup. If I'm being honest, I would prefer the defense over the layup because I still get busy with the 72 layup. And you can still get busy with the 72 layup if you know how to time your layups, when to, hop step, when the euro. You can still get freaky down there with the 70-something layup. You don't need an 80 or an 87 or a 91 like other people are trying to tell you. Ultimately, it comes down to preference, but honestly, I prefer this build over the other build just because you still got the 99 3 ball. You still be able to space the floor, shoot from wherever you want. But now you'll also be able to play a little bit better defense and you won't have to worry about constantly asking for a switch or for help, or you won't have to constantly worry about just guarding corner because you're a defensive liability. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, neither one of these builds have interior defense, so if dudes decide to rim run, it's going to be 50-50 on whether you get to stop. But, yeah, man, this is my version of, Steph Curry player build. Obviously, when we create our build, because we're 6'5" and all this, we're not going to get Steph Curry as a shades of. We got D'Angelo Russell, CJ McCollum, and Steve Nash. But you see that we have built a three-point shot hunter. So there you have it. This is my take on Steph Curry's build in NBA 2K24. It's been your boy, Make America Lit. Please be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more NBA 2K24 content. I'm out, y'all. Peace.